This is Connor with Connor's Retribution Analysis. Not playing Retribution, playing Legion. And this is a Fyanna 2 list that I'm smiling and happy to play, but probably is not tournament competitive. I like it though. I mean, it might be okay. I'm still getting my Legion bearings and not actually knowing what's good and what's not besides just the net list. It seems really silly to say. Not having Primal Terrors, though, really kind of sucks for playing Legion, sad to say, or the battle engines. But anyhow, the list is Fyanna 2, and I've got the Nyss swordsman. It's in children. No, it's in ravens, sorry. And this swordsman, because Iron Flesh makes it so they don't die to blast damage, which in my mind makes them a whole lot better. And then I've got the Raptors because they're pretty good. And then Zuriel and maybe it is children. No, it is actually Children of the Dragon because they have the unyielding team benefit and the +1 to go first, which was a big deal. Yeah, no, it is children. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive my ignorance. So things happened here. Yep, that's the actual more better screen to be on. I don't start the game there. He went first, got up the board. He is playing Gorten with a feat that really, really blows for me because it's devastating and I've lost to it several times. Admonition is going to go on to, gosh dang it, what the heck is his name? Big giant throwy snake with wings. And then, I even said it like a little while ago. Whatever. I put Iron Flesh on the Raptors because I hoped it would help them survive a little bit more since he does have some guns that give volume fire. I didn't see it. He doesn't really have blast damage, so I didn't really see it helping against the swordsman. And then Zuriel got Fury because I'm hoping to rotate it around. Idea with the list is everything's decent defense, so Fyanna can make it hard to kill, and Fury is an amazing drug that's easy to get addicted to. Everything in this list likes Fury, everything. So, I mean, I kind of have the Raptors in there for a little bit of hit fixing too. Zuriel being Mad 8 also really helps. And let's begin. I put pretty much everything out of his threat ranges and don't give him anything to charge with Gorten. This is Soldiers of Fortune, and there is an actual Ironhead right there that can move Gorten around 2 inches. Super annoying and makes Gorten a lot better, kind of like I was talking about in the later videos. As far as proxies go, there are still a couple of proxies. This cannon, Commodore cannon is actually a Volley gun crew, and that is a Steelhead arcanist, which he actually is. And these gun bunnies are all blasters. They're the spray bunnies, not the gunners. All of them are. And there's another Organhold artillery corps back there. They are actually the volley guns. So anyhow, yep, his turn. He puts out these things, these volley gun templates to be super annoying. Arcanist walks up and throws an AoE. It drifts and kills 2 swordsmen. So, idiot for not putting out Iron Flesh, but here I am. He also ran a thrall into my face to be annoying. He also took his cavalry and pulled them way back so that I couldn't get to him. Well done, that annoyed me. However, the most important thing that he did on his turn that sets the pace of the game, he put Gorten in a forward position behind a forest and behind those gun bunnies where Gorten is going to have the feat he wants, where he pulls me into him and his strength of granite drillers go in and just wreck my army. And I don't like that. It makes me feel pressured. It makes me feel like I have to either kill Gorten or remain out of his threat range, which worries me for scenario. So I kind of decided to go for both. Plan is this bolt thrower is going to walk over here, kill this guy, overtake, and then spin his animus and shoot a knockdown thunderbolt shot at this gun bunny right here to knock it down. And then I can just start putting gunshots into Gorten until hopefully he dies. Specifically this gun bunny, though, because this Ogren Bokur over here will shield guard the other one. And if I get a crit, I'm obviously not going to get the knockdown. So that happens exactly as I planned. The bolt thrower walks over, kills the thrall. I boosted to hit the thrall. Spins one for the animus, and then boost to hit the gun bunny. And I roll the crit for Thunderbolt, and he's like, I have solid ground, dude. And I go, oh. Now I have to... Azreal, that's his name. Now I have to debate if I'm going to throw a spear at the gun bunny and try and crit smite it over the top of Ostrom, and then throw another one at Ostrom and have it get shield guarded. I decide that that's probably worth it just to get a little bit of damage on Gorten, so that, and then I can shoot him with Raptors. Just because if I get a little bit of damage on Gorten and maybe get a spray from Zuriel, it makes it so that if he does get the feed off, I might still have a assassination potential. And Craelix is also over here, and I was hoping to secretly get some shots there. But none of that really pans out. I think I missed one of my smite throws, and the other one got shield guarded, and there was no crits. No, I hit them. I just rolled really badly on damage and didn't really do anything to that gun bunny. It's messed up, but not dead. And so I never get any shots on Gorten because the rest of my stuff is poison-based and can't actually do the damage it needs to. So now that I can't get any damage onto Gorten, it's time to just kind of plan for the worst. I'm going to take Zuriel and put him in the zone out of Gorten's feet range and out of the driller range so that I can hopefully, not die and lose that zone. And then I put my swordsman up there to die. Fyanna kind of goes, and I just start piling my stuff behind this objective to use the natural ability of the objective to make it so he can't pull my whole army in. Raptors walk up, and they shoot the volley gun a whole bunch, but I miss some shots, and also I just don't kill it. I leave it barely alive. And I shoot one steelhead because why not? And then they reposition in places to be annoying and benefit from feet and jam out the steelheads. I try and get a spell martyr in there and just try and deny them from scoring zones. And we end up right here. So something I carefully layered is this dude right here has countercharge. He is the swordsman champion because he's a boss. And yeah, this is where we are at. He looks at this, and it takes him a lot of time on his clock to figure out what to do. But he wants to basically push my whole entire army back and then win on scenario. So it takes him quite a while to figure out because dodge can mess things up. There are models that have to be removed. This Shepherd right here is will not be in his control range, so he has to kill her otherwise these guys all stop without getting dodges that mess things up. So stuff happens. It's kind of fuzzy, but we have a map that looks like this, and he was not able to clear out the actually no. Is that what happened? Yeah, no, this is correct. I didn't miss any slides. He was not able to clear out the zones he wanted to. Things just sort of fell apart. But a lot of things died, and my feat's over, and his feat was pretty rough, actually, because... Oh, this is after my turn. I did skip a slide. He pushed me back, and then I came back up into him, and I think he scored 1 point. He was able to clear this. No, he was not able to clear this zone. What did he score? I don't know if he scored anything. Yeah, I don't think he scored anything. And that's just kind of the way it worked out. But anyhow, Fyanna and pretty much everything of value is back here, and I have to run Fyanna just to get her behind this wall. Zuriel ends up coming over here because Anastasia charged her in the back, and Zuriel sprays at her and misses. And I had sent Zuriel over here last turn to try and spray her, and also missed on the boosted 10s to hit. Because I really want to get rid of her so that way his whole army isn't moving closer to a speed 4 Fyanna, who's really low on defense from the stinking feet. Oh, actually, no. All that her defense would be back up. It would be his turn. But anyhow, we end up. I'm sorry. This skipping the picture threw me off here. We end up at this spot here where this is after my turn. This is me trying to get back onto the board, and he takes this turn to. I believe he kills off my objective, scores that. Does not get Zuriel. The driller gets to him, but Zuriel has dodge up, and he misses the, I think it was, he needed a 6 to hit, and he rolled a 5 on 3 dice. And Zuriel dodged just out of his range. And then he was able to clear out this zone here. So he scored a total of 3 points, and I believe he had 1 point from last, bringing him up to 4 points. His clock is really, really low, though, and that was part of my strategy going into this. You can see it's at 7 minutes going into his turn, and I'm at 22. I made it simple and just tried to jam into him as much as I possibly could. Man, I messed up the retelling of this story. He did a really good job playing around my champion that had counter charge, and he did a really good job of playing around my feet, and his feet basically just countered my feet. Took away my defense, and pushed me to the point where I was irrelevant. Yeah. And that's how this ends. It's my turn. He has clocked himself in the process of getting there. If he had killed Zuriel, there's a chance he might have been able to do it on time. Dice kind of really screwed him up there because he had the volley gun crew that was running in to score that there. Everything was really set up. So for my turn, I don't really see... We're continuing to play this game, even though he clocked. I don't really see a way to win this game at this point because I can't score any of these zones. There's no way I can remove everything that's out of these zones. I'm way too far back. So let's try and kill some stuff and contest heavily and make it so maybe he doesn't score. Azreal goes in. Dice spikes a crap ton to kill the driller. No fury. Zuriel goes in with fury and I think rolls double ones on damage rolls twice and doesn't kill the driller. But it's out of control range and it's really, really messed up. Fyanna just swings at a steelhead and says, meh. Guardian goes in to contest the zone, and everything over here basically like walks and repos and swift hunters and kills stuff to get into the zone because bolt thrower also gets into the zone. I just need things in the zone over there. His turn, he's like, well, I wish I would have had this last time. He just basically takes one of his horsemen and runs it around and pushes all my stuff out of the zone, and then steelheads kill what doesn't get pushed out of the zone. And then he contests and taps clock and goes to 5 and wins. And yeah, pretty scary Gorten list. He did a really good job of controlling his cavalry, and his feat was kind of devastating, and he also was able to kill a ridiculous number of swordsmen. I didn't mention it, but he put a covering fire template down. Where was it? You can see the after effects of it right here. But how I have everything, all these guys right here, he puts a covering fire template down right here, and 4 of these guys get pushed from his feet into the covering fire template and just cease to exist. No effort, no problem. Gun bunnies kind of take care of the rest. Yeah. I mean, it was a devastating feat. That was rough. I also didn't ever feel like I was able to get my heavies into the game the way I wanted to without just losing them. I feel like I didn't really have a good way of playing around his feet figured out, and I really needed to assassinate Gorten early on, and he did too good of a job of protecting Gorten. So that was where we were at. I needed to probably play just a little bit outside of his feet and just accept that it's a dead scenario, and try and get a little clever with things. Putting stuff out on the edges of the scenarios was a good idea. It just didn't give me any attrition play that I needed. I felt too irrelevant. The swordsmen just felt like wasted points here. They just pretty much all died to defeat and whatever else. They never had a chance at being delivered. Really unfortunate. I really wanted them to be good. But yeah. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry it was clunky. Hopefully it was still enjoyable.